Well, thanks for joining us on TVC News this hour. We begin in Abuja, where some suspects have been arraigned at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The suspects were arrested on August 3rd, following the for their participation in the nationwide protest. The suspects, 75 in number, between the ages of 12 to 15, are being charged with 10 counts of terrorism, an attempt to overthrow the government, and alleged mutiny. They were arrested on August 3rd and had since been in detention before today. The case before the court was for arraignment and plea when some of the suspects fainted, which made Justice Igua to rise abruptly. However, the court has now struck out 4 names out of the 75 names of suspects for arraignment due to ill health, and the 4 of them had reportedly fainted in court today. On to other matters now, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has rearrested controversial social media personality Idris Okuneye, popularly known as Bobrisky. The arrest, which occurred on Thursday evening at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, came just days after Bobrisky's release on bail by police authorities. Bobrisky was said to have attempted to board a flight to London when EFCC operatives halted the aircraft just before takeoff and escorted him out in full view of passengers. Bobrisky confirmed the arrest on Instagram with a post, but the EFCC is yet to make a public comment on this new development as at the time of filing this report. Ahead of the preparation for the November 2nd local government election in Abia State, the State Police Command has assured residents that adequate security measures are in place. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Danladi Issa, stated this at a press briefing in Umuahia, the state capital, reaffirming commitment to safeguard lives and property during the exercise.
We have been conducting elections before now. It is not a new phenomenon. And we have in place appropriate security in all the stations, all the polling stations, the NEC offices. Our men have been properly briefed. This afternoon, we are also going to have a lecture with all the officers of the command based on the expected roles they have to play in the elections.
Still in Abia State, the Labour Party is worried that the list of candidates submitted by the party to the electoral body in the state has been changed to a strange one. They stated this in Abia at a press briefing. Our correspondent Inena Gabriel has the story.
In a turn of events, the Labour Party is alleging that the Abia State Independent Electoral Commission has replaced their list with a non-recognized one. This is coming few hours after the Labour Party flagged off its campaign for the local government election.
It's important to state here that the list of candidates as submitted by Abia State Labour Party under the leadership of Prince Gio Ndubeze was well received and duly acknowledged by the APSEC. Here to state that leadership of Labour Party is aware of the sinister move by some elements within the Abia State government to ensure that there won't be a free and fair election by releasing election materials to specific areas, and that the Labour Party candidates are denied of their rights to participate in the scheduled election come November the 2nd. We shall explore every available legal option to insist on the right things to be done.
Also, a non-governmental group, Progressive Abia Youth, wants political parties in the state to play by the rules to ensure a free and peaceful election.
It's not okay to rig local government elections. Remember, we've accepted a normal situation that allows state governors to install people without due process as administrators of local government. This is the reality on the ground. We are here to make an emphatic statement against this very sad reality that we've accepted, that it is not okay to rig local government elections. We must state it emphatically as the youth of this land, as the leaders of today and tomorrow that it is not okay to rig local government elections.
It is the hope of Abia residents that the local government election would be conducted without rancor and violence to advance good governance at the grassroots. Nena Gabriel, TVC News, Omahia, Abia State.
The National Economic Council has recommended the withdrawal of the current tax reform bill from the National Assembly in order to pave the way for more comprehensive consultation and consensus building among key stakeholders. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde has the story.
A setback for President Bola Tinubu's tax reform bills, which the federal government insists will enhance efficiency and eliminate redundancies across the country's tax operations. The National Economic Council also expressed its reservations over concerns raised about the spirit and letter of the bills, but it advised that the bills be withdrawn to ensure wider consultations
for the proposed reforms. So Council therefore recommend the need to withdraw the bill currently before the National Assembly on tax reforms so that we can have wider consultations and also build consensus around these reforms for the benefit of
This approach aligns with NEC's statutory responsibilities to advise the President on economic matters and policy implementation.
Third fund to the growth and development of education in Nigeria. Furthermore, on the rationale behind the establishment of NACENI, that is the mandate of NACENI, which is to encourage production of local goods and services.
The National Economic Council also directed the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation to commence a comprehensive integrity review of the state of Nigeria's waterways and dams as part of efforts to mitigate the ravaging impact of floods.
There was serious emphasis on the need for a massive program of dredging or desilting of the waterways and have a firm program of continuous desilting almost on an annual basis.
The Council was also given updates on the ongoing economic reforms and its impacts.
Investment in resilient infrastructure and services for internally displaced persons and host communities, because it's not only the internally displaced person that needs support, but host communities need support as well in order to host them.
People are paid after they have been uniquely identified biometrically, and they are paid digitally through a bank account or mobile wallet. And those payments have been rolled out. We have reached 5 million households.
The National Economic Council's recommendations are just advisory, but it may go a long way in determining President Tinubu's next course of action and also set a process for further engagement with the governors and other critical stakeholders. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
Released an explainer of Nigeria were met on Monday to express their disapproval of the bill. It said this reforms emerged after an extensive review of existing tax laws. It said the Nigeria tax bill aims to eliminate unintended multiple taxation and make Nigeria's economy more competitive by simplifying tax obligations for businesses and individuals nationwide. You're watching TVC News this hour. We'll take a moment and then return with more stories. To stay with us.